Like, I don't know what Colin's doing, so he could actually be dancing.
As per guest request, he's flexing into the camera.
Yeah, that's not what I asked.
Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Couple Pints Pod. It's good to be back, baby.
Oh, let's fucking go.
This week we're joined by my beautiful, amazing, loving, talented, and very smart girlfriend, Olivia. Say hello, Olivia.
Hey guys, what's up?
Ooh, you better be clapping right now.
Woo!
Guys, that's Will. He's definitely clapping right now.
And Mike.
I think Mike definitely starts clapping whenever we have guests now.
Hope, hey, Mike, hope you like the intro song coming back. I gotta find that file.
Are we
but
doing
it's
that?
somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Fan request, baby.
Was that me?
No, it was his cousin Mike.
Yeah,
Oh.
my cousin Mike. He's a
Oh,
religious
wait.
watcher.
It's not somewhere. It's on this hard drive right here.
Oh, let's go.
No,
Intro's
I
coming back.
I asked you why you didn't have an intro song like 2 weeks ago. You were like, "Oh, we used to, but we got rid of it because people used
Couple
to
pints. Couple Pints Pod. Have you heard the intro? Oh, it's so sick. All right.
Pints in my cup.
So, Olivia and I are watching TV. Kollin and I have briefly touched on the loose idea of this topic, but Collin's been begging me to do it. Olivia has a lot to say about it, and I'm going to tell bad jokes. That's this podcast. I said that before we hit record. So that being said, go.
Okay. So what I was actually kind of like where this came out of when I was talking about the other night with James, is that like there's part of the human brain, we have this reflex similar to a lot of the other kind of like built-in evolutionary skills that we've developed over time. And one of them is human beings have this innate ability to tell when something like is human, to recognize the level of consciousness that we have with each other. It's like one of the main reasons that human beings display eye contact, and same with other species. It's a way for them to be like, we good. Okay, you and I are the same.
And when we don't have that, that's called the uncanny valley, brother.
When we
but-
don't have that, that's called the uncanny valley, brother.
So it's kind of, but like,
Well, no, that
you're not
us
no, but like we
not
have that.
recognizing things is
It's
literally the uncanny valley.
Uncanny
that's
valley.
where it kind of slips in for me is like, so like the practical world of effects, like the practical application of this would be like, for a really long time in movies and television, when they created humanoid characters, it was really hard to make vis effects work because immediately our brains go, that's not real, just on this innate evolutionary level. And the first time they really pulled it off is with Gollum in the original Lord of the Rings, that people actually kind of bought it. But that's also because that was the first time motion capture was used. So there's still like a human base underneath it.
Shout out episode 74, baby.
And even now, if you guys like think about vis effects, I know that both James and Kollin watch Quarter Crew. Like even now, when you think about when people talk about vis effects, there is a good to bad level of believability when it comes to vis effects creatures, when it comes to things like King Kong, or Godzilla.
Hungarians.
What?
Hungarians? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, the Hungarians.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're a weird bunch.
So, like, it's the best, like, modern example is those VisFX virtual humanoid characters and that level of believability. And where that lies often depends more along the budget of the production. Like,
Well,
guess a
outside of
modern-
film and VisFX, that I think most people at this point, if you have social media, you could say like AI generated art.
yes, no, AI generated art is another great example. Like, it almost looks real when it does human stuff, but there's something wrong. And you have this innate ability to go, that's not a human.
Oh, I
That's not
saw on
real.
Reddit today AI generated porn. It was really fucked up.
I bet it was.
Hold on a second there, brother. Did
One
you
of
just say-
one of her nipples was a dick.
Well, I was gonna say it has all of if an AI is generating porn, side topic, it has all of the internet's depravity and sexualization to pull from. So there is no way that you're ever gonna get like an actual image that would resemble anything that you and I or majority of people would consider intimate.
Yeah, uncanny valley, which takes us to
What the reason I'm bringing this up and I'm talking to you about James, as I said, had you ever heard of the theory that evolutionary trait that humans have is because we learned it as an adaptation skill when we were like primal, smaller communities.
That's called
to-
survival instincts, brother.
Yeah, it's survival
It's
instincts
called
to basically
Survival instincts, brother.
The instincts are
recognize
making the
that there was
frogs
something
gay.
out there.
Sorry. We haven't talked to each other in a couple
I
weeks.
know, but you guys like you're gonna get to the
Talking
audio
about the
when we're
uncanny
done,
valley.
and it's gonna be 3 people talking on top of each other,
Well,
and it's
that's
gonna be
his problem.
illegible.
I do
But-
the audio.
Basically the theory as it stands, and I really assumed that James had heard of this, and he's like, no, I've heard similar things, but not this one, is that evolutionary trait
Fox
developed
guy.
because there was something back in the day that looked like us or could make itself look like us, but that wasn't human, and that we learned to be able to tell when it was a real person and when it was something that just looked like us. And so that kind of
I
goes
love
along with
this.
like uncanny valley. It comes along with skinwalkers. And I think the real validity of this theory truly lies in the fact that there is not they've never found, with the exception of monkeys, which look very different than us exteriorly, they're the closest humanoid creature on earth to us. There's
Yeah, so
nothing
maybe
else.
some prehistoric thing.
Exactly.
Well, maybe.
So
Whoa.
there's nothing that in the known world of creatures that existed that we would have needed to develop a skill that allowed us to recognize that something that looked humanoid wasn't human.
Yeah.
There's no reason
um,
for it.
I was gonna say something Colin has said on the podcast before, but I forgot.
And like, I think what's interesting is there are like parts of human evolution, like that mock this. You can see it in like babies and fathers. Like babies come out looking like their fathers, and it's a genetic trait that women developed over thousands of years, so that back in the day when we were primates and Neanderthals, the fathers wouldn't bash the brains of the children out if they didn't look like them.
Oh, that's what I
And
was
so
gonna
like we
say.
have these
Oh,
amazingly
maybe-
like innate skills.
Yeah, maybe this mental skill that we all have originates from the thing that you've brought up before, bringing it around town. How there was like I don't know if we did a whole episode or just went on a tangent about it. This was when we were still in person, but how there was like a Neanderthal versus the first gen human like war, and then the humans won, and that's why the
Ooh.
cavemen
Yeah,
died off.
it's
Didn't we talk?
Neanderthals
Have we
versus
talked
Homo
about that?
sapiens.
We did bring that up.
So like
So maybe that's the uncanny valley, because even Neanderthals like kind of look like humans,
With
but
the
they
exception of the
don't,
brow
and
bone,
they're
yeah.
like significantly stronger and like totally could definitely fucking murder us,
well, it's interesting because science basically
but didn't
says
have like the weapons and tools
Yeah.
that we had.
they didn't have communication skills, and they
Yeah,
didn't
or
have,
clothes.
we didn't have clothes either back then. So basically what you're talking
Catch
about
me
is
in a tux
Neanderthals.
chopping a Neanderthal cock off.
Neanderthals being our primordial ancestors, and then what we are, which is Homo sapiens.
Let's
Yeah.
hear Colin's thoughts on this.
I think that's a fair.
We've been talking.
That
a
would be
lot.
the closest likeness that I could think of would be Neanderthals. You're right.
Yeah, but he's all like aliens and skinwalker.
I was
Also,
gonna say the
wait,
only two
can
things
one
I
of you,
think of
can
is
one of
aliens or
you,
skinwalkers.
can one of you, and I will set a timer and cut you off in 30 seconds, explain to me what the fuck a skinwalker is. Hold on.
I can
Hold
do
your
it. I've
thought.
done a lot of
Hold your
weird
thought. Okay,
research on
hold
this.
on. I don't
Um,
know what the fuck skinwalkers are, and it's annoying. Ready, set, 30 seconds, go.
Okay, so skinwalkers originate from Native American lore. Actually, they're one of the oldest like mystical creatures ever recorded in human or oral or written tradition.
But where do they come from?
They've been here before us.
Is it like a chupacabra?
No, they kind of, but they've been here before us and they lived on the land before us. And
50
skinwalkers
seconds.
have the ability to look like us or anything, but
So
they
they're
kind
like-
of look like, in theory, almost like a Mitador or one of those mythical creatures that's combined where they
Mitador,
have
a
like a
Minotaur?
human face. And
Okay, 30 seconds.
a
Stop.
horse body.
Colin, no, 30 seconds. Stop. Colin, you have 10 seconds to say if that's accurate or not. Ready, set, go.
Everything she said was completely accurate. I mean, the only other thing
I love you two trying to speed through thoughts. Okay, 5 seconds, go.
Oh, a Native American tribe put a curse on another Native American tribe, and when they slaughtered them, they came back as these demonic spirits called skinwalkers. And they
Okay,
could
shut up.
shapeshift.
I've
All right, so
Wendigos.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
American turtles.
Yeah.
I've also been told by Native Americans that in Native American culture, you don't say the word Wendigo, you don't say the word skinwalker
Because
that
it
can
speaks
draw
into
them in.
existence.
Yes. Granted,
Stop
we all
saying
live
it
in
then.
cities.
everyone stop saying it.
We all live in cities, and they
I
don't really.
don't.
Well, okay, so Colin's fucked, but
Yeah,
For the
have you
most-
seen this
Listen
guy's
to-
backyard?
for
Oh,
the
they
most
could-
part,
listen to
skinwalkers
my
and any
girl.
like experience that people have had.
They don't know
with
the much.
Skinwalkers happen in rural areas. They also generally happen in places with Native American history. We are a
Like
state
Southold.
in New York. Yeah, you'd more likely to see a skinwalker in theory in Southold than here.
So then what? The Skinwalker Ranch is just like they've seen a lot of them there. Is that just
Skinwalker
yes or no?
Ranch-
Just is that like
Yes.
where a lot of
Yeah.
activity
It's
has
Native
happened?
American
Okay.
in
land.
America.
And it's one of the oldest, like when I said like it was one of the oldest.
Well, if it's a Native American thing, then Skinwalkers are strictly American folklore.
Yes. There are
Why do you
things-
shake your head like Native
Other
Americans existed outside of America?
Well, other
Well, I was gonna say
countries
other
have different
cultures
names
have
for them.
yes.
Like Krampus.
Which
No,
means they
that's a-
lived where they lived.
Yeah, like if you go to Russia or you go to like some of the Slavic countries,
Whoa.
they
whoa.
have similar.
YouTube's gonna fucking
Okay,
ban
if
us
you go
if
to
you
some
say
of the
the R
Slavic
if you say the
countries-
R word.
Settle down.
Reaper?
If you go to Slavic
No.
countries, they do have similar histories of this, but they don't call them Wendigos or Skinwalkers. They have their own term for it. But the majority of the reports, like tradition wise, if you go back and like look at Native American tradition and cultures that lived here before and like the Aztecs, they have their own version for it. The majority of those stories come from the North American continent and
Okay.
the South American continent.
Colin, what do you think about all this? You're awfully quiet.
Oh no, I find it all completely true. I mean, there's video of. I mean, I don't want to sound stupid, but there's this video of a wolf.
Hey, it's episode 116. You've already done that, friend.
I've done that multiple times, but it's a video of a wolf.
Onward.
And as this guy's recording the wolf, you see the wolf stop. The wolf then stands up and walks off on 2 feet. So that's either a werewolf or a shape-shifting creature that we know nothing about.
Yeah, and if you go
Ooh,
on,
that's
like,
weird. While you
Reddit
were saying that,
slash-
I Googled skinwalkers and a bunch of it is pictures of people like hand drawn like cartoony
oh, but
pictures
the
of people
hand-drawn ones are
turning in
spooky.
people turning into wolves. Well,
That's one of their main things they transform into.
That
That's
Well,
and deers.
we'll
I
put a-
hear deers
we'll
a
put
lot
a
too.
picture up right here.
over there.
Colin, I've heard deers a lot as well. Like people
Yeah.
see antlers. And
Oh,
a
I have
human
heard that.
face.
Yeah.
That
was one of the pictures on Google. We'll put a picture up over here.
I also
Oh,
think
it-
one of the stories that's really interesting is that like you hear stories about people who think they've encountered one where they hear their name being called out in an empty house by
'Cause
someone
they
like
can-
their mom. They can
Yeah,
mimic.
they can mimic.
Ew,
people's
this
speech.
is so spooky. Thank God it's October,
It's
right?
October, baby.
So here's the thing. If you're ever out in the woods, no matter where you are, and you hear someone calling for help, and you call back to them, and the only response they're giving you is, "I'm over here, this way. Oh, help me! I'm over here. I'm this way." You never want to go near that.
Why?
Because
But if I
It
was
is-
dying
it is
in
well
the woods,
known that skinwalkers only have the ability to mimic a certain portion of human speech. And
that's
that's
not
the
a certain
phrases.
portion. Okay,
I'm
then
over here,
okay,
help me. Come over here.
Then
I'm
as-
this way.
then
And
as
that's
a-
on repeat.
Yeah,
That's
like,
only
it
a
would just
certain
be,
phrase.
It would be
But-
the same phrase again and again. The
yeah,
exact
but if you're laying in the woods with like two broken legs, screaming for your life, and then someone's like, "I hear you," what are you gonna do? Be like, "Head 300 feet northwest, make a left at the big tree, and I'm laying at the bottom of the creek." Like, what are you
No,
gonna?
but you're also gonna hear me.
I'd just be like, "Over here,
"Oh, fuck, this
help!"
hurts. Oh,
Oh,
fuck,
okay,
I'm in
okay.
so much fucking pain. Oh
Yeah, I
my
didn't-
god."
I
But
didn't
in the
think of that.
stories,
I didn't
it's
think of
not
that.
Like it's not like it's varied. It would be like someone saying it the exact same way, exact same rhythm, same tone every time. So it would almost sound like a recording. Like it
Yeah.
would sound
Okay, no, that's
uncanny.
horrifying. I
Yeah.
would not go near that.
Also, like if you hear someone saying your name in the woods, like you're supposed
Okay,
to go away from it.
obviously, if I was in
Run
the
for your
fucking woods and I
life.
heard like
You're supposed to
James,
run
I'm
after
out,
that.
dude.
as fast as you can, because death is waiting on the other side of that tree.
And
If I heard my
obviously, like-
fucking name in the woods, I would shit my pants and then get mauled by a fucking bear because I think bears like shit or something. Maybe that's sharks. I don't know.
Who knows?
Then a shark would fall from the sky and eat me.
Sharknado style.
So I think what's kind of interesting about these concepts in general
The
is like,
dude with the chainsaw in Sharknado.
yes,
You know that slow mo. So
yeah, when
dumb.
he's slicing through the shark.
So dumb. Anyway, you can't get annoyed when we interrupt you on that. Like you volunteer to be here.
you guys need to better guest etiquette.
But you're
No.
like a part of the
Continue. Yeah, you're the third host.
Okay. Either way, regardless. So I think what's kind of interesting is you kind of have to talk about skinwalkers and wendigos and this, this human kind of mental sense we have in two terms, which is like the past, in which the stories and the legend is kind of built around the uncanny valley and where this instinct comes from. And then there's obviously now where people reportedly have interactions with these skinwalkers,
Ew,
where
it's
they
so
see
cr- I'm like,
people.
I feel like something's like behind me. This is
There's
so
nothing
creepy.
behind you. I'm
Yeah, I
looking at
know.
you.
I can see that.
Um,
I'm just saying, I like something
yeah.
within me is like, okay, maybe this is real. This is very creepy.
So like, like where it is now, and like the fact that people have claimed to have seen like their parents in their house when they thought they were alone and interacted with them and they were creepy and off, and then their mom comes home and they were like, I was at the grocery store all day, what are you talking about? So there's kind of like the idea of having this.
It's a normal Tuesday for me.
Oh my
I've
God.
been at the grocery store for 12 hours.
Like I think it's kind of in this concept of like having these stories now versus like where did this sense come from? And if it's not skinwalkers, I guess it could, it obviously could easily be aliens. A lot of the drawings and references for aliens are also humanoids. But I
Maybe
think
it's
weird that we
the
developed a sense that even I keep going back to Visifex because it's a great example of like being able to look at something that's been generated to look 100% human, and still on this weird level we're like, that's not human. Like that
At
we
the
know
same
that
time,
well is so bizarre to me.
it's also extremely scary and impressive that it's made it so long in our oral history that we're in 2022 and it's still an ongoing search. Like
Yo,
people are
man.
still researching it and
Yeah,
looking
go to the
for
Reddit
it.
pages.
Like people see it all the time, apparently.
And I think what's kind of almost you could compare it to like in modern lore is I think of like people saying like, oh, the Clintons were lizard, like are people in lizard suits. Like
how can you
skinwalkers are
compare that?
really just like
Lizard people.
I was gonna compare it
bathe
to
in
like how you
money.
can feel when someone's staring at you.
Well, I was thinking
Like
of
it's a sense thing. It's not
yeah,
a
but
fucking
some stories
political
say it's
bullshit
also
rumor
not
made
like
up by he who shall not be named.
yeah, but like no, I'm not saying
Trying
like
to
I'm just using it as a very
turn
big
us all
example
into
of
lizards.
make him happy. But I mean it more in the sense of like people have all like even before he was making that claim, there was like weird people with tinfoil on in the 70s being like, there are people in our skin walking among us that aren't humans. And there have always been that like yeah. And so like that's what the 2022 version is the Clintons in the lizard suits. But there's always been this theory of like people that look human but aren't, that there's something out there that's wearing our skin, so to speak, and isn't. And that's where I get that sense that you're talking about, where like someone's watching you and you can't see them.
Oh no, I just meant like my parents told me when I was really young, you can feel when someone's staring at you. And then usually 9 times out of 10, when I'm like, someone's fucking staring at me, I look over and then there's like some fucking crackhead just like on the other side of the train staring at me like that.
Yeah.
So like I meant like in a inner sense sort of way.
Well, see,
I
but
felt
that-
you staring at me.
But that's what I'm saying is like
Who's in my personal space? Whoa.
there's been people forever saying like there are people that are people and you can just know it when you look at them. It's that sense that like something's fucking wrong. I know someone's looking at me. I know someone's like, it's that same kind of like, you just know. It's that innate fucking.
I'm trying to think of a joke so bad.
You're so
Oh, I
scared.
want to say on Liv's point, if you're sensing someone staring at you and you turn and there's nothing there, that's a good indication something was there watching you, because it's known that your aura, like your magnetic field, if it can pick up on another electromagnetic being, because ghosts are apparently pure energy, staring at you. So if you're out in the woods and you feel like you're being watched and you look around and you don't see anything,
Oh, dude, that's like genuinely
terrifying.
one of my worst fears. I love hiking. I love being in the woods. I love being in the middle of nowhere. I love camping, all that shit. But every time I'm camping or I'm in the woods, I'm just thinking like
You're definitely being watched.
any random psychopath could be out here. Or
Oh, yeah.
or Skinwalker or fucking Chupacabra or whatever the other one was.
I mean, 'cause
Yeah, I always have my knife.
It's like, hey,
It's right. Give me my knife.
Do you feel the need for
he's
it?
got yeah, right now we need
Yeah,
it.
Colin knows I have multiple knives, but this is
We
my
need it.
woods. This is my woods knife. All right. So if you're planning on staring at me in the woods, be prepared to catch this blade, bro.
Also,
Dude's
jokes
gonna
on
not
you.
be happy with that.
Jokes on you because I'm taking a perimeter of the campsite while JMac and Liv sleep. So I'm gonna find you, come out of the woods, and pull a Jason Bourne, grab the bottom of your chin, pull it back, slice open your neck, bury you while not waking either of them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jokes on you guys.
Come at me, skinwalkers.
Oh my god. So
Catch
Oh,
his
I should
catch
post.
catch his box cutter, bitch.
If I didn't delete that reel,
I-
I
why
should
do I have
definitely
so many
post that
knives?
reel this week.
What reel?
Remember that reel I sent you over the summer when I was standing out, just looking out into the woods, and the caption was when Colin's talking to JMac about skinwalkers, and then sees
Oh,
a
yeah,
deer
that was
stand
a
up
good
on its
one.
hind legs in his backyard.
I mean, even if you deleted it, you sent me the MP3. You could just upload that,
Oh
Um,
yeah, I could.
yeah. No, that'd
or
be
the
a good one.
MP4. Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't cancel me.
I'm gonna cancel you. You're canceled.
Did you get the MP3's music? MP4 is a video file. I said MP3.
Yeah,
don't-
I
don't
have a
cancel me.
master's degree in film. I think I know the difference between an MP3
Okay,
and an MP4.
Okay.
Mansplainer.
I hate when mom and dad fight.
S and not mansplaining.
Mhm.
You know that thing when I tell a shitty joke and then to double down on my shitty joke,
Yeah.
I explain the
To
joke.
double down on your shitty joke, I just master's degree did out of the room.
Okay.
Oh.
Someone's awfully defensive.
Hey man, you gotta generate good content for the listeners.
I get it. I went to a shitty college for psychology and I don't use my degree. I get
Neither
it.
do I. Let's go.
I wasn't actually aiming at you. guys at all.
Behavioral science. Hey, behavioral science major, stand up. You couldn't see my hand. It looks like I'm Hitler saluting, but I'm not. It's a fist.
Okay,
No, stop.
Stop.
Stop. Both of you stop.
Eingefallen.
You're probably saying like lick my thick asshole or something.
I was saying speed limit, asshole.
What?
That was just the word speed limit.
You're probably saying lick my ass.
All of the
I'm
words you
saying
just said are
speed
how you
limit.
say speed limit.
Geschwindigkeitsverboten.
That's
Yeah.
so inconvenient.
Well, because
How do you say, do you know why I pulled you over today?
No, I'm not doing that.
Do it.
I can't translate it right now.
If that's speed limit, it's like a goddamn short novel.
Okay, well, no, so like German is
Dude,
no
figured
wait,
it out.
Let me
Figured it out. We're talking about people saying weird shit. Germans are skinwalkers. Figured it out.
That's a gross claim to make.
If speed limit is
you want me to
two
ex-
sentences long to say
do
a
you want me to
4-syllable,
explain it to you? Hey,
two syllable.
hey.
Wait, speed limit, 3-syllable word.
Do you want me to explain why?
No,
or
you
do
don't have to
just wanna-
break down the phonetics. I'm just
Not the
making
phonetics,
jokes.
just tell me why? It's not that hard.
Okay.
Most of the German
Fine.
language, it's like words are made out of other words.
Yeah.
So like squirrel is pine cone animal.
Okay. So what is
Speed
speed?
limits the speed that your car goes.
That's so annoying.
In Germany,
I
they have a
Genuinely,
competition.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I
every
thought
year.
you were growling into the microphone. I was like, dude, relax.
In Germany, they have a competition every year who can spell the longest
To
word
see
that
who's
makes
the
sense.
best skinwalker.
Yes.
Inner demon.
Dude, they're like busy with crimes.
Demons.
I don't think they have time for skinwalkers.
Germans are making us skinwalkers gay.
You guys can't see is Goose reacting to the podcast in the doorway, and it's
Yeah, dude, Goose is on his hind legs, like gesturing at us and stuff. It's kind of
Hey,
weird.
yeah, you guys are talking about me.
He's like speaking in Latin tongues and like dancing around. It's a little much. So what do you think about Olivia's theory?
I love it.
I'm shocked that
because-
she's one, the one who brought it up, but two, the one who brought up something you've brought up before, and I've said to you, no.
because
And
you
then
took
three, that she pitched it.
45 minutes to explain it before we got into what you were actually thinking.
Well, that's why I put both of you on a timer when I asked what that was. Because also she takes
Hey,
quite a while
cheers
to
to
explain
you.
as well.
Cheers to you, mate.
What are you drinking?
Four Giants Imperial IPA by Founders.
Cheers to that, brother.
Cheers. One bear. 2 bears.
Whoa, look how clearly focused that is. That's a first.
Whoa.
That camera's made for close-ups, not distances. You're being
Each HD camera
dramatic.
sponsor us.
We're on Daddy's podcast.
Yeah, hey, Canon, you want to send me a fucking camera? Hey, Sony or Red, you want to send me a 4K camera?
Also, here's something. I am now thinking
Okay.
if
What?
skinwalkers have the ability to shapeshift and they
Yeah.
are able to take on a human-esque form, wrapping it back into how we started here,
Yeah.
our fear of those objects that look human but aren't human, how do you guys think it translated into other objects like dolls, mannequins, wax figures, sometimes statues, all of that, drawings, pictures sometimes?
Well, it's all the pull that closer to
do
your
you think
face if
it's
we're gonna
do you
talk.
think it's the root?
No, it all goes back. The root is the uncanny valley. And I
Yeah.
think since dolls, everything you just named is a port CGI, VFX, whatever.
Portrayal of a human, but
It's a
not-
betrayal of a human, but it doesn't have the flaws and the wrinkle. Like it's not everything that makes a human. It's just something that it's an inanimate human.
It's called a human.
And in the sense of a skinwalker, which I'm
Would be a human
now learning about, it's like, yeah, all the inanimate shit is creepy as fuck because it's a shitty remake of what we know.
So that humanoid features,
Get your cute kitten hanging out during the
Yeah, I'm watching. So humanoid what?
those humanoid features that skinwalkers could take on, that has
they're-
to be
I th-
something that the government's trying to hide, tying into last week when we were with
Why would the government hide it, Chase?
Chase, when we were talking about things that the government did to protect us and that we didn't know about until later.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be something that the government absolutely knows is 100% true because it's been in our lore for so fucking long. They know it's true. They've seen it. They've studied it. And now they're getting down to the root issue of, okay, this fear that we have designed from our very, very first human concept, we got to protect every single person in the public until we fully get how in the world are we going to incorporate that we live with these mythological creatures.
Yeah, I
that-
guess, yeah, sure. To bring it to bless you, why skinwalkers
Bless you.
creep us out. It goes back to what you guys were saying about the help me, help. If they are shitty at replicating human language, then they're gonna be shitty at replicating the human body.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
always
it's gonna
look
be
right. They
deformed
look
and miscreant.
deformed often.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about some sketchy skinwalker shit? What about
Yeah.
Slender Man, dude?
Oh,
No, that's just someone on fucking Reddit being a cunt.
No, have you seen Marbled Hornets?
What?
The YouTube series Marbled Hornets?
No.
Oh, it's fucked up. I don't even know if it's still on YouTube.
I
But
was
some
gonna
filmmaker made a bunch of short about Slenderman stalking him and his friends, and it's so fucking well made, and it scarred me forever. But Slenderman's terrifying because he's a guy without a face and he's gray,
Well,
and
I
that's
was gonna
scary.
talk
Even
about,
talking about
like-
it creeps me out. So let's
I
not
get-
do
I
that.
get
anymore.
I was
goosebumps in
gonna
my
get-
legs.
I was going to talk about the Weeping Angels in regards to Colin's
I was
comment
gonna bring
about-
that up when he said statues. Have you
Oh.
seen Doctor Who?
Uh,
The Weeping Angels from Doctor Who.
So
We'll put a
Colin's
picture
basic
here.
breakdown
We'll
is
put a picture over here. Nope,
Yeah.
other way, buddy.
oh, okay, yeah, it's reversed. I'm pointing towards you
Yeah.
on my screen, but it'd
Yeah.
be this way
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
In real life, yeah.
So Colin,
in
basic
my life.
in
it's
my
this
world.
way.
Okay, we'll put a picture over there.
Um,
No, still over there, but I wish I could reach into your screen. We'll put a picture over
Oh,
there.
dude, imagine we were able to hand each other a beer, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, here you go, dude."
That'd be a dangerous.
Hey,
power
one
of
day you're
Wolverine.
still reaching the wrong way. I'm gonna edit so many shitty pictures on that side of the screen. And when I point this way, it's actually that way for the viewer. I'm doing
Oh,
the
I
same
love it.
thing. Oh,
I
this is gonna
love
be
it.
fun. All right. What?
So Colin, basic breakdown of the
Hey,
Weeping
Olivia's
Angels.
still here. Sorry. What?
I didn't like that joke.
Okay, Weeping Angels. Sorry. It's a fucking comedy podcast, for Christ's sakes.
It's a bad joke.
Weeping Angels. Put a picture up here.
Okay, so Colin, in the show Doctor Who, it's about this alien fighting aliens on Earth, and one of the like most infamous characters, villains, so to speak, is these statues. You know, the church statues that look like
Oh,
they're
dude,
crying.
they're horrifying.
Oh.
They can only
horrifying.
move.
It's
when
like
you're
the
not
angel
looking at them.
statues who are doing all this god stuff.
Yeah.
And they can only move when you're not looking at them. And
So
they're
it's like-
genuinely terrifying.
So it's like
but
fucking
it very much taps into
Slender Man.
that fear that we are talking about of something that looks human and isn't human, and how like there is this distrust of these statues and these things that look like us, and they're genuinely fucking terrifying. But I wonder where like that ties into it, that we've almost written it into our own lore in different ways and into our stories. Is
Because it's so true.
he's having
It's-
a moment.
I'm just starting to think about how I have a very strong feeling that Native American lore, that they encountered these creatures and passed it down generation to generation to generation, because the family tie back then was so important that
But
you
then-
wanted to keep it safe for generations to come. So you
But then
could,
how did white people get a hold of it?
because they encountered
Did we steal
the
that
people
from
of the
them too?
land.
We stole their own experience from them too?
No, we took it and incorporated it because so many people died going out to look for these things and try and disprove it. And lo and behold, people who lived off the land, in the trees, on the ground, camping, base camps in the woods, constantly seeing these things all the time, stealing people from their tribe, telling people don't go out at night. We've seen this. It's there. It stalks us. It's following us. They go out, look for it. Oh, they don't come back. Uh-oh. Looks like the chief wasn't lying.
Ew, dude, I'm like thoroughly creeped out of what both of you are saying.
Oh, baby. So where does this, you keep saying the root of it's the uncanny valley, and I've always just heard that.
Well,
as,
yeah,
like,
it's that sense in the back of your head that like something not human is fucking with me right now. And in the sense of a skinwalker, like you were saying earlier, and like we've discussed repeatedly, it's something that looks like us but isn't quite us, which is literally the definition of the uncanny valley, which makes skinwalkers like the fucking ridge line of the uncanny valley. And then the bottom of the valley would be like shitty CGI and like statues and stuff.
Well, that dude, you know how a lot of ancient civilizations worshiped the gods that came down from the sky? No matter what they looked like, no matter how they were depicted, they still worshiped them and gave them praise. But the skinwalker is always talked about through history as a terrifying creature.
Well, it looks like
So
satanic.
I wonder if there's a balance or a scale to where no matter how weird this creature looks, if it brings you higher civilization tech, it's no longer creepy to you. It's interesting. But if something looks evil, demonic, and terrifying, it
And-
now becomes an uncanny valley situation because it brings you total fear from your head to your toe.
Well, I don't know, because like also like statues of Buddha kind of creep me out.
Oh, it makes me
Why?
feel so comfortable when I see Buddha statues.
Because like they're fucking weird.
I just want to crawl up in
Batman
that belly.
statues?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Wanna
all- yes.
lay
Or like
in
statues of those the Hindu
man's-
gods that have like fucking 80 arms. Those are creepy.
I would like.
Well, they're
to
cool. I respect their
wanna shake
religion, but
its
what
hand.
I'm saying is if anything
wanna
came
shake your
down from
hand.
the sky or tried to lure me into the woods,
I
that's
wanna
creepy.
shake Deuce's hand.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
You're such a skinwalker.
Shake my hand.
I want to shake your hand.
No, the dudes you got Do you even watch? This guy doesn't even watch Dude TV.
Dilly dilly. Dilly
Yeah,
dilly.
yeah.
Hey,
You wouldn't know dilly dilly if it slapped you in the face in the
you're
middle
right,
of the
because
woods.
I don't drink that Budweiser stuff. Oh, sorry.
Bud Light
Blue Light.
stuff.
Blue
Hey,
Light
I
stuff.
bought this in college before I found the liquid gold that is Bud Heavy, so don't judge me. I haven't done laundry in a long time.
It's all right. We're boycotting that laundry place.
Yeah, dude.
Probably gonna go there on Friday to do laundry.
No.
Not carrying the laundry 3 extra blocks.
Okay.
I'm just not.
We have 2.5 minutes. Wrap it up. You two, go. I didn't learn much. I just feel gross.
This was a
Yeah,
fantastic, scary
Mike, Will,
time
wait,
episode.
Listen to Olivia's call to action. Go.
Oh, go. Yeah.
Leave a comment. Tell us about your interactions. With
What else?
Skinwalkers.
What else should they do?
They should post their nudes.
No. God.
They should like and subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
word.
yeah, yeah,
And then also they hit that.
should follow.
No, they hit the bell notification.
Bong.
They hit the bell notification.
They hit the bell notification.
You're not even near the mic. Leave a comment about Skinwalkers. Like, subscribe, hit that bell so you know when we post.
Send us your nudes.
No, don't. No, I don't want to see Will or Mike nude, or
Send
the
us
10
your
other
nudes.
people who watch this but don't interact with us.
Oh, they should definitely send
Hey,
us your
if you
nudes.
watch this video, interact with us because we like that. All right. Can someone do that? Maybe we should have said this in the beginning because I don't think anyone makes it this deep except for Will and Mike, and that's why they always interact with us.
And if you do make it this deep, comment, tell us your name. You'll probably get a shout out.
Not even. Go to www.instagram.com/couplepintspod and DM us if you're that embarrassed about leaving a YouTube comment.
Yeah, and tell us your name, your age, your weight, and your eye color.
ASL, baby. Age, sex, location. Let's do
Let's
it.
go.
Anyway, this has been
Couple Pints Pod.
It's safe to say.
Don't trust the voice in the woods that's saying, help, come here, help. No, please. My cock is hanging on by a thread. Please come help.
Hear it.
Oh no. Oh
it.
God, please. I'll give you $1 million
Let me
if you come
suck
help. Oh, please come
God.
help me.
Let
Yeah,
me
don't-
do it.
Don't.
Let me suck it. Let me do
All right,
it.
if I hear that in the woods, I'm sprinting towards it.
Let me do it.
How do you think we met?
And that's the way the news goes. All right, bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye.